Our final comedian is a senior currently recovering from a major surgery. His doctor is forcing him to rest all day, so he hopes to innovate lie down comedy. Without further ado, our last comic, our headliner, is Sasha Frolov.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm really lying down on the couch right now. I cannot sit up. I go on Tinder in Ithaca sometimes. A lot of women on there write that they are a pet person in their Tinder bios. That's really confusing to me because I feel like a pet person is really just a slave if you think about it. But, you know, I wasn't always ogling women on Tinder. Like, a lot of people thought I was gay as a kid, but it was always for really weird reasons. Like every year as a kid, I had to go to the pediatrician, and he had to ask me what my sexuality was for his chart. And I was really awkward, and like my pediatrician was this weird old dude, and like my mom was always in the room, so I never said anything to him. And so my pediatrician was convinced I was gay because I never said anything to him, and he kept trying to like beat it out of me. I don't mean like beat me until I'm not gay. I mean like try to get me to say it. And he would try all this crazy stuff to get me to admit I'm gay. Like at one point he told me, "Oh, you know, you can just tell me somebody you're attracted to, and we can go from there." And then this time my mom chimed in and said, "Hey, yeah, come on, tell him, Sasha." And just quick parenting advice that made the whole situation so awkward. I was physically unable to talk, but I feel like I could have also made his job a lot harder if I just said some really androgynous name like Shamrock Jones. And then he'd be sitting in his doctor's office afterwards just trying to figure out what gender somebody named Shamrock is. And I mean, this guy wanted to know if I was gay so hard. He kept trying to get it out of me. You know, in hindsight, I wonder if he was like inspecting my balls for irregularities and kept trying to check if I was enjoying it secretly. And like when and a few years later he was getting really frustrated with me, so he just straight up said, you know Sasha, a lot of kids have come out as gay to me at these appointments, so you know that's totally fine. And I mean, first of all, like, who comes out as gay during a pediatrician's appointment? Like imagine the doctor's about to hit your imagine the doctor is hitting your knee with a hammer, and you're like, man, this is the time for me to speak my truth. I mean, like, and he said a few gay kids came out to him during this appointment, so I wonder if he's keeping track of the gay kids. Like, he could probably run his own little version of, like, Pediatrician Grinder on the side if he wanted to. And it's also so messed up. I feel like he did not have the permission of the gay kids to use them to pressure me to come out as gay, because I feel like they're definitely not fine with that. And also, I feel like some of these gay kids, they're probably not even gay. And that sounds really bad, but I mean, like, because he was pressuring me so hard to come out as gay, there must have been other kids who were straight, and like he was pressuring to come out as gay, and some of them were probably like, "Fine, I'm gay. Are you gonna stop now?" That sounds like such a terrible job, like pressuring kids to come out as gay for you. Like my dream job, I want to work as like a plumber. I want to work as a plumber at like a geothermal hot springs resort. I feel like people would come up to me and complain like, "Oh, the water here is really yellow and it smells bad," and I tell them, "No, it's supposed to be like that."
I don't get that.
You know when you move into a new apartment and you get the old person's mail for a few weeks? That's like my least favorite thing. At my last apartment, the first mail I got, like a letter, not like a guy. A bunch of stuff. It was a bunch of mail from the DMV, and it said, "Hey, you need to renew your driver's license right now, or else you will lose it." And the guy who it was to did not leave a forwarding address with the landlord, so I just left it in a pile on my kitchen table, and I kept getting stressed out about it. I was thinking like, man, this guy is gonna be huge. He's really mad. He's gonna come beat me up and rob me and get his DMV paperwork back. And then I thought about it some more, and I thought, man, I am screwed as soon as this guy finishes biking up the hill to my apartment. And like this guy also got a ton of advertising from the Audi dealership sent to my apartment. And I feel like the Audi company would not have sent him all this advertising if they knew that his driver's license was in absolute shambles right now. And then my current apartment is even worse. The first mail I got in the letter, I mean, the first letter I got in the mail was this magazine called the Quarterly Bulletin of the American Institute for Gravestone Studies. And it was this giant magazine with a bunch of pictures of gravestones and then things written about them. And this is a terrifying thing to receive in the mail. I mean, like, I keep reading about how, you know, magazines and medical journals are going out of business. So it's so confusing to me that a magazine about gravestones can publish 4 times a year. I mean, right? Like, who's paying them? You know, gravestones are literally a dying business. Pun intended. I'm also terrified of, I really wanted to give the magazine back to the girl who it was originally sent to, but she also didn't give a forwarding address. And I'm really terrified of her, whatever weird goth girl reads this magazine. I feel like she could kill me, and she would totally get away with it. It would be the perfect crime, right? She could kill me, and then she could nab the contract for my gravestone. So she'd be directly profiting off of my murder. And then, right, and then afterwards, if she does a really good job with the gravestone, then she can make the front page of the Gravestone Quarterly, and then her career in gravestones would be sent to superstardom. She'd make a ton more money, and then my family would be so touched by the gravestone that she made for me that they would not investigate the suspicious circumstances of my death. And then she'd totally get away with it. So scary, man. So anyway, you guys have been great. Thank you so much. Have a great night.